Folks, I have one question for you today. Are we live? Yes, I think we are live. Men and women of America. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. This is your future podcaster, Brendan Ingram here, back with another review today. So, even though I didn't feel like doing the NXT review last night, I decided I really wasn't going to do it today, but I decided to do it today anyway, because I feel so lazy today. I could just crawl in that bed and just nap, take a nap. Today I really feel like crawling in my bed and taking a nap. I really do. It really is. I really do. I really feel like I can just crawl in that bed so bad that I just want to take a nap and get up again. And take another nap. Get up all over again. That's how I feel today. Some reason I feel so strange and lazy. I don't know why. But, anyways, as I was saying, welcome to the channel. And so, before I get started with this NXT review, I have a lot more things to say. And also, be sure you follow me on Twitter and like my Facebook page and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't got to see my NXT Takeover in Your House review, all you have to do is go to my YouTube channel and see where it says uploads. Where you see, if you go to my YouTube channel, go to my homepage, you'll see where it says NXT in Your House, NXT Takeover in Your House review. You'll see where it says that. You click on that, and that'll take you right to the video, live stream video of me doing my NXT Takeover in Your House review. I don't know. This week, some reason I just feel so lazy and so laid back. Some reason I feel so bored. I don't know why. Some reason I'm just not in the mood of reviewing Monday Night Raw. I didn't review Monday Night Raw because 2 days ago, 3 days ago, actually, let's be honest, the show fucking sucked 3 days ago. And you know, Monday Night Raw, of course, has main roster garbage on their show. Of course, even Friday Night SmackDown has main roster garbage on the show. And speaking of main roster garbage, JD from NY was absolutely right about what he said on his NXT podcast Off the Script review. What he said on his podcast, on his NXT review, on his Off the Script podcast YouTube channel, he said that he feels like NXT is morphing into main roster garbage, sort of like a lot like Monday Night Raw and SmackDown right now, currently. I absolutely agree with what JD said when he says NXT, he feels like NXT is morphing into Monday Night Raw, SmackDown main roster garbage. I personally agree with him. I think NXT, I also feel like, and I'm not trying to copy JD of what he's saying or nothing, but I just want to let JD know that I absolutely agree with what he's saying. In my opinion, I also think that NXT is turning into main roster garbage. I feel like NXT is morphing into main roster garbage. I feel like that too. Because for some reason, they keep doing the same matches over and over again. For some reason, they're giving us the same matches that we've already seen last week. We've already seen Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano versus Keith Lee and Mia Yim last week. Why are they giving us this match again? Why are they giving us this match again? I don't know. And then, not to mention, on top of that, they're giving us a match. They're giving us a match between Finn Balor and Cameron Grimes. That's another match we've already seen. But this time it came out with a different victor. It came out with a different victor of the match. So we're going to talk about this match and all the other matches that occurred on last night's NXT. And I'm just going to review to y'all what all happened last night on NXT. On my NXT review on my YouTube channel. So, get ready folks, because I'm officially about to start my NXT review. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this or not. I'm going to mention it just in case. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. And help me get to 4,000 watch hours for review. Please and thank you. Please, just help me. Help me out. I want my channel to be reviewed, and I know you want to see more content on my channel. The more you subscribe to my channel, the more chances I have giving you more content on my channel. The more views, the more content on my channel. So the more you subscribe and the more you view my channel, the more I get, the more I do more reviews every week. Of course, I do them every week. I do my Monday Night Raw and SmackDown NXT reviews every week. But some reason today I just feel so lazy. I don't know why. I'm not feeling right. I feel so dizzy that I feel like I need to go take a nap. I think what it is I feel dazed out because I did go to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday morning. And in my life, I have never thought I would end up feeling this freaking weird and strange. I'm not weird, strange, but I'm just feeling that way. And I don't like feeling that way. You know, when you have one of your days where you feel strange and weird, you know, when you feel depressed and you feel like you got a headache and stuff, and you feel like you need a nap, when your body's not feeling weird and your body's controlling you, making you want to go to bed and take a nap, well, yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. So I'm going to try to go through this as quick as I can so I can end this NXT review, get off this game, and probably take me a nap. Because I feel so freaking dizzy right now. I'm guessing, well, I don't think this was the go-home show of NXT. Let's be honest. Anyways, let's go ahead and start this review. So, I'm pretty sure, I already know that all of the podcasters have already did their NXT reviews, but now it's my turn to do mine. Now it's my turn for you all to hear from me for where my thoughts were on last night's NXT. So, opening Sarah's music hits. Adam Cole, Roger Strong, Bobby Fish all come down to the ring. Adam Cole gets on the mic and talks about how his reign as champion will continue. He says that no one thought that Velveteen Dream was going to beat him, and no one can beat him. He goes on to talk about Dream can no longer challenge for the title now that he has lost. And it doesn't matter who his next challenger is because no one can beat him. He says that he is tired of Lumis getting in the Era's business. Whitefish says that Lumis is obsessed with them. Roger seems particularly upset about being in a trunk. Roger Strong saw Lumis in the crowd, but when Cole and Fish turn around, he's gone. It happens once more, and Cole and Fish still don't see him. Cole hypes up his match with Dexter Lumis later on that night. Cole says that they will fight and Cole will send him back to the drawing board, and that's undisputed. Cole, Fish, and Strong leave the ring, and Strong is pleading his case about seeing Dexter Lumis in the audience. Cole and Fish leave, and Strong once again sees Lumis in the audience. Then they go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Fish and Cole are backstage trying to calm down Roger Strong. Keith Lee and Mia Yim pass them by, and Lee taunts the Era, but they retreat. I have no comment on that whatsoever. Anyways, moving on. The two teams stare off at first. So here's what happened with this match between North American Championship Keith Lee and Mia Yim versus Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae. So yeah, the two teams stare off at first, with Yim getting at Johnny's face and Candice getting in Johnny's face. Lee touches Candice, and Gargano uses the distraction to try and attack him, but Yim and Lee get the advantage. They both go for Hurricane Rodas, but Lee and Yim block them and hit each other compactors. They hit each compactor with a lariat, like the Authors of Pain, sort of like the move the Authors of Pain did. Almost like the move that the Authors of Pain did to Undisputed Era and the Revival back on the NXT. Back when they were on the NXT roster. Candice and Mia are in the ring, and they are starting the match. Yum slaps Candice around and whips her into the ropes, but Gargano is there to save her. Lee grabs both of them in place, and Yam tries for a suicide dive, but Gargano and Candice dodge. Yam dives into Lee, but Lee catches her and sets her down. They both take down Gargano and LeRae with strikes on the outside of the ring as they go to commercial break. So back from commercial break, LeRae has Yim in a straight jacket hold. Yim escapes, but LeRae continues to strike away at her in the ring. Candice taunts Lee and runs at Yim. Yim dodges, and Candice almost hits Gargano, but she stops herself. Yim hits LeRae she hits her with solid food, and then gets to Lee to make the tag. Gargano and Lee enter the ring, and Lee hits Gargano with double chops to Lee's chest, then tosses him around the ring. Johnny tags in Candice, and Gargano and LeRae try to rake his eyes to drop Gargano. Well, really, Gargano and LeRae tried to rake his eyes to drop Keith Lee. Gargano and LeRae work together to take down Lee. But Yim comes in and lights up LeRae with chops. Yim hits a dragon suplex on LeRae, bridging into a pin, but Gargano breaks up the pin. Yim goes for a suplex, but LeRae blocks it. Yim hits a German suplex on both Gargano and LeRae. LeRae hits Soul Food on Yim and hits a moonsault, pinning her for 2. Gargano tags in, and Gargano is trying to prevent him from getting in the ring. Gargano runs the ropes, but Yim low bridges Johnny. sending him out the ring. Candice tries to take out Yim, but Yim pounds Candice in the ropes. Gargano and Lee both re-enter the ring. And Lee hits a pounce on Gargano, sending him into LeRae and Yim. Gargano hits one final beat on Lee. Lee's bodyweight lands on Candice. Lee picks up Candice to check on her and make sure she's okay. And Johnny rolls up Lee, pinning him for 3. I don't know why we got this match to start off NXT. This didn't make sense to me, seeing that we've already seen this match last week. So, I didn't really like the start of NXT. The start of NXT should have been better. Should have been a whole lot better. So, the start of NXT was starting off to a bad start. This match was a bad start to NXT. So we got a recap of the match. Finn Balor, Damian Priest from In Your House. So again, we got a recap from the match. Finn Balor, Damian Priest from In Your House, which stands for NXT TakeOver In Your House. Oh, man. Excuse me for that, y'all. I dropped my phone. Don't you just love when somebody calls in the middle of when you're trying to do a review? Don't you just hate that? Jeez, that drives me so crazy when somebody calls me in the middle of when I'm trying to do a review. Somebody's gonna get these hands. I'm telling you, sooner or later, one of these callers, I'm gonna end up sending them a threat match, letting them know they're gonna get these darn hands, because I'm tired of these people calling. I'm telling you, sooner or later, they're gonna get these hands. They're gonna have a threat match sent by me, and they're not gonna like the threat match that they're gonna get. They're not gonna like it, seeing that the people that's calling me are probably robots. Anyways, well, they better stop calling me, because they are a bunch of idiots for calling me. If they think I'm going to answer their call, they are a bunch of idiots. And they thought I was going to answer the phone. Huh? No, I'm not. Anyways, moving on. Damian Priest is interviewed backstage about his match with Finn Balor. Priest says that this match wasn't about a win or a loss, just making his name bigger. So we got Damian Priest interviewing. They interviewed Damian Priest backstage, basically, is what I'm trying to say. I feel worried today, I swear, man. I can't even get my words right on this review. This review's probably not even going to get views, but oh well. I'm doing this for people who probably missed NXT last night, probably didn't get to watch NXT that night. So that's what I'm doing it for. So, Damian Priest was interviewed, and again, about his match with Finn Balor. Priest says that this match wasn't about a win or a loss, just making his name bigger. Just repeating it in case nobody didn't hear me. However, Cameron Grimes is then interviewed about his upcoming match with Finn. Grimes is very confident heading into his match with Finn, and he calls Priest a loser. Grimes says that he doesn't even know why the match was booked. Priest shows up and seems unhappy with Grimes' comments. Priest lays him out with a strike to the jaw. So then it said last night, up next, the new NXT Women's Champion which you probably don't know who I'm talking about. Well, I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a hint on who I'm talking about. Here's the hint. Here's your answer right here. So, the new NXT Women's Champion, Io Shirai, will be featured right after this commercial break. So, the Io Shirai we're talking about is this Io Shirai, the one that used to be a heel. Now, all of a sudden, when she won the title, she turned face. You notice she turned face when she won the title. She did not turn heel, she turned face. She was a heel before she turned face. I think all she wanted was the title, just so WWE can have her turn face instead of heel. And I think she should keep her new character and not go back to her old character that she used to be, because that character did not help her get to the top. Perhaps her heel character helped her get to the top. Now she's using her heel character as a babyface. It seems like WWE's going with that, and I think they should go with Io Shirai using her heel character as a babyface. Anyways, so when they got back from commercial break, we got a recap of the match where Io Shirai won the NXT Women's Championship, and I just want to congratulate one of my favorite NXT female superstars, Io Shirai, for winning that NXT Women's Championship. Oh, thank fucking God they took that title off for Charlotte. Now Charlotte's back on Raw. Now she won't be switching to 3 brands. Now she won't be going to 3 brands anymore. Good gracious, thank God. Because they were using Charlotte to death. But it's funny, because now, all of a sudden, when she loses the NXT Women's title, they put her back in the Raw Women's title picture to challenge Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. Why are they putting Charlotte in the Raw Women's title picture when she has already lost to Io Shirai and Rhea Ripley for the NXT Women's Championship? It just doesn't make sense to me. See, this is what I'm talking about. Shit like this from WWE just makes it look like it doesn't make sense. WWE makes it look like it don't make sense. They do that on purpose, I think, in my opinion. So, Shinsuke Nakamura and Asuka are shown celebrating and congratulating Io, along with all of the news articles celebrating her victory. So we get a match, a tag team squash match between Indus Sher and Mikey, Delbrey, and Mike Reed, because this is exactly what kind of match this was. This is exactly what kind of a tag team match this was. It was more like a squash match for Indus Sher. This was an easy victory for Indus Sher. So as soon as the match starts and it hits splashes in the corner into Delbrey, then tags Silrave back in, who hit a tag team leg drop and power slam. Double team move on Delbrey, covering him for 2. This was a good squash match for Indus Sher. This was a way of sending the message to the NXT men's tag team division, saying, hey, we're going to be the team that's taking over NXT. Hey, we're going to be the team that's going to be taking those NXT tag team titles from Imperium. But if they really want to put Indus Sher in the NXT tag team picture, they need to have a tag team. They need to have a babyface tag team. They need to have a babyface tag team win those NXT tag team titles, so they can be in a feud with Indus Sher. And then that would put Indus Sher in the tag team picture, in the tag team title picture. That's what I'm trying to say. So anyways, after Indus Sher's victory, we were told that night that the match that Cameron Grimes does not think that he will be able to compete in against Finn Balor tonight, a referee is speaking with William Regal about the upcoming match, and the referee says that Grimes thinks that he has a broken jaw following the strike from Damian Priest. Regal says that he wants to speak with Grimes, so they go off to find him. So we were told that we would hear from the newly crowned Cruiserweight Championship, the NXT Cruiserweight Champion, El Hijo del Fantasma. They said, but first, commercial break. Oh man, I'm really getting sick of these commercial breaks. Anyways, back from commercial. And Cameron Grimes is backstage trying to talk to two NXT female talent performance center recruits. One of them is Brianna Brandy, and the other one is Rhea. The other one is Rita Reyes. So the first one is Brianna Brandy, and the other one is Rita Reyes. So he was talking to those two NXT female trainees. NXT female performance center recruit trainees. That's what I'm trying to say. So Grimes said that he is fine. The referee shows up with William Regal catching Grimes saying that he is fine, and Regal orders him to compete against Finn Balor. Tom Phillips throws to a video package about Breezango. By the way, this was a good video package from Breezango, but I'm not really a fan of Breezango, let's be honest. I don't like the tag team name Breezango. I don't like the tag team name or the tag team itself. So I am not a huge fan of Breezango. I don't like the tag team Breezango. I think Arnie Larkin and Danny Burch should have been the ones to win that match, because I think it would have been better off having them putting them in the number one contender spot for the NXT Tag Team Champions. We would love to see another hard-hitting match between Imperium and Arnie Larkin and Danny Burch. Because that match, let's be honest, that match is way more better than Imperium versus Breezango for the NXT Tag Team Champions. I'd rather see Imperium defending their Tag Team Championships against Arnie Larkin and Danny Burch than Imperium defending their Tag Team Championships against Breezango. That match I'd rather see. I just don't. Again, I'm just not a fan of the Breezangos. I'm just not. JD says he's a fan of Breezangos. JD from Off the Script says he's a fan of Breezango, but I'm not. To me, I think they're fucking garbage. I don't even know why they're bringing this team back to the roster. This tag team with Breezango, to me, is absolutely garbage. Those guys are absolutely garbage at what they fucking do in the ring. I just don't like Breezango. I don't even like what they do in the ring. Absolutely garbage. You're going to talk about a garbage tag team. Breezango is up there as to me, as one of the worst tag team on the NXT roster. Now that right there is what I call some NXT tag team garbage. Anyways, they go over all of their different costumes, rather. They said that their fashion police gimmick was funny, but they go to caught up trying to make people laugh. But they are both good in the ring. Nah, they're more like garbage in the ring, and I'm not joking. They lost focus on SmackDown and NXT. They feel the need to step up their game and leave the committee at the ropes. More like garbage community at the ropes. Anyways, it says next week Breezango would take on Imperium for the NXT Tag Team Champions. Let's be honest, I'm not interested in this match. This match is going to be absolutely garbage next week. I already know it is. I know this match is going to be absolutely garbage next week. I already know. Because the team of Breezango is actually garbage. That tag team is, again, what you call NXT tag team garbage. Just like Monday Night Raw, just like the Monday Night Raw and SmackDown tag team division. Monday Night Raw tag team garbage. SmackDown tag team garbage. Yeah. I'm not calling myself garbage because I'm not garbage. And I'm definitely not garbage at what I do by NXT Raw and SmackDown reviews every week. Anyways, so after that, we got after the video package about Breezango, we got a recap of Tommaso Ciampa going against Karrion Kross at NXT TakeOver in Your House. An exclusive interview from that night. You see that Ciampa stuck around the area. He stuck around the arena for hours after the show ended. Ciampa ignores all the questions asked to him as he walks to his car and drives off. So up next was Cameron Grimes versus Finn Balor, a match that I didn't even have to watch because I've already seen it. So this match, the same matches like this, makes you want to pick up the remote control and just turn the channel. Wouldn't you rather watch Investigate Discovery or Animal Planet than watching the same match that you've already seen a week ago? I mean, let's be honest. I hope NXT doesn't go with that idea again, showcasing us the same matches over and over again on the brand. I hope they don't give us the same matches over and over again like it did with Keith Lee and Mia Yim versus Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano. And now this one, Cameron Grimes versus Finn Balor, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Nothing more than some same matches every week kind of garbage. That's what it is. The same match garbage. You know what I mean by every week same match garbage. But I still feel like NXT is going to... I also still feel like NXT is going to morph into Monday Night Raw, SmackDown main roster garbage. Because it's the truth. But anyways, Cameron Grimes would take on... They said last night that Cameron Grimes would take on Finn Balor one-on-one right after this commercial break. See? I told you I was going to be doing terrible on my reviews today. Told you. I feel like I'm fucking high. I feel like I'm really am on something. For real. Seriously. So back for commercial. Rhea Ripley is talking about how she left everything in the ring. In case you don't know who Rhea Ripley is, let me just show you an example of who Rhea Ripley is. This Rhea Ripley is the one we're talking about here. So, Rhea Ripley is talking about how she left everything in the ring. Robert Stone walks up and tries to recruit Rhea Ripley as a client for the Robert Stone brand. Ripley seems unimpressed and uninterested. Ripley says that the chance of her joining the Robert Stone brand is 1 in a million. Stone laughs and says, so what you're saying is there's a chance Ripley gets Stone to walk with her a bit, and she punches him hard in the gut, then dumps him into a trash can and walks away. I can't tell if this was a good backstage interview or if this was a bad backstage interview. So after that, we got the same match that we got last week. Holy fuck. I think. No, same match we got last month actually. No, this match between Finn Balor and Cameron Grimes, the match where Cameron Grimes picked up a victory on Finn Balor, that was last month. So we got the same match we got last month. We got Cameron Grimes. Let's be honest. I'm not in the grind mood today. Should have just fucking stayed off of this game. That's what I should have did. Let's be honest. I don't want to stay off the game and make a name for myself here. I don't want to stay off the game and get a pain. Oh, what a pain in the ass. This is probably going to be the worst review on my channel. Just because that I'm repeating myself so many times now, it's like I'm stuttering when I'm reviewing stuff. Folks, when you wake up and only have had hours and 30 hours of sleep, or 30 minutes of sleep, if you wake up and it only had 30 minutes of sleep, you don't understand why I feel like this. So here is what happened with the match between Cameron Grimes and Finn Balor. It's not like I said Tamara Grimes. Tamara, that would be so funny. Oh, Jesus. I gotta read this whole paragraph. I don't even feel like reading it. So here's what happened in this match between Cameron Grimes and Finn Balor. So Finn chases Grimes into the corner and tries to create some separation between the two. The referee has to back Finn up. Finn locks in a hammerlock, pushes Grimes into the corner. Grimes hits Finn in the midsection and picks him up, hitting an uppercut on Finn Balor. Finn gets up quickly and takes down Grimes with a lariat. Grimes hits Finn with shoulder blocks in the corner, but Finn takes down Grimes with kicks and pins him for 2. Finn transitions into a headlock. Grimes gets to his feet and pushes Finn into a corner. Grimes hits a chop on Finn, but Finn returns with chops of his own, tossing Grimes corner to corner, hitting Grimes with chops in each one. Finn tries to kick Grimes, but Grimes catches the leg and tosses him down face first, then shoving these into Finn's midsection. Grimes chops at Finn and sends him to the mat. Grimes steps on Finn's hand and then hits a sunset flip on Finn, but Finn rolls through and hits a basement dropkick on Grimes. Grimes rolls out of the ring, but Balor gives chase, tossing him into the barricade multiple times. Finn Balor rolls Grimes back in the ring, and he bounces off the ropes and lays out Finn with a lariat. Grimes locks in a chin lock on Finn on the mat. Finn gets to his feet, but Grimes tosses Balor hard into the ring as they go to commercial break. Back for commercial break, Grimes takes Finn down with a knee to the midsection. Grimes taunts Finn, but Finn takes him down with a double foot stomp to Grimes' chest. Finn hits Grimes with a sling blade, and then Grimes with a drop kick into the corner. Finn goes to the top and goes for a coup de grace, but Grimes rolls out of the way and rolls up Finn, covering him for 2. Grimes hits Finn with a kick, knocking him silly. Finn reverses and sets Grimes up for 1916. Grimes rolls Finn up, covering him for 2 again. Finn picks Grimes up, and Grimes rolls Finn up again for another 2 count. Grimes goes for a cave-in, but Finn ducks and hits a reverse 1916, pinning him for 2. Finn gets to the top rope again and hits Dakota Kross this time, and he picks Grimes up and nails him with the 1916, pinning him for 3. Finn stares down the camera and says that he has won a lot of titles, but has never won the North American Championship. He says, Keith Lee, I'm coming for you, and walks away. So, after the commercial break, it said that last night that Dakota Kai would take on Kacy Catanzaro. I really wasn't interested in this match either. But the show was good last night, even though there were 2 matches that I was not interested in. There was 2 matches that I was absolutely not interested in whatsoever, including Dakota Kai versus with Raquel Gonzalez at ringside versus Kacy Catanzaro. So here's what happened with the match between Dakota Kai and Kacy Catanzaro. Kai and Kacy trade shoves. Kai pushes her into the corner and Catanzaro fights back, hitting a senton automago on Kai. Kai tries to kick on the apron. She tries to kick her on the apron, but Kacy hits a Hurricane Rana on Kai, then a somersault kick to Kai's back, pinning her for 2. Kai hits a face wash on Catanzaro, then tosses her into the corner. Kai runs at her, but Catanzaro rolls up Kai for 2. Kai runs at her again in the corner, but Catanzaro dodges and runs at Kai. Kai hits Catanzaro with a scorpion kick and a GTK go-to kick, pinning her for 3. Kai stares down the camera and says, I'm coming for that championship, you hear me? Kai then runs at Catanzaro and stomps on her. Kaden Carter comes down and takes down Kai, but Raquel Gonzalez's power is too much, and she slams Carter down face first. So, after the commercial break, NXT Cruiserweight Champion Hijo del Fantasma joins. They join them. So, back from commercial break, Timothy Thatcher is holding Thatch as Thatch can wrestling school backstage, and he is speaking to his unseen students. He says that their training will begin next week. NXT Cruiserweight Champion Hijo del Fantasma comes out. Fantasma gets on the mic, but before he can get too far into his promo, Drake Maverick comes out. Maverick grabs a mic and walks down to the ring. He congratulates Fantasma on his win from last week. He thanks Fantasma for the match from last week. He says that while everyone was talking about him, they should have been talking about Fantasma. And Fantasma deserves the championship. The crowd chants, "You deserve it," and Maverick looks at him and says, "You do." Maverick says that he has had a lot on his head and has been wondering what would would have happened if he had a clear head. Maverick says that he wanted to come out and look Phantasma in the eyes. Says, "I know that I could beat you." Phantasma agrees to it. But before they can shake hands, the two masked men come down and surround the ring. Maverick and Phantasma stand back to back, about to take on the masked men. But Phantasma turns on Maverick, showing that he was in league with the masked men the entire time. All three attack Maverick. Those two men removed their masks, showing that they were the kidnapped Raul Mendoza and Joaquin Wilde. Phantasma removes his mask, saying that he is Santos Escobar. He says that he is the NXT Cruiserweight Champion and no one can touch him. Mendoza and Wilde both dive onto Maverick, and all three of them stand tall above Maverick. On the Spear Era backstage, getting ready for Cole's upcoming match, Lumis left a drawing in their room, and Roderick Strong is freaking out, saying that Lumis was there. Cole and Fish try to calm him down, and they walk away. Strong sees Lumis pouring in through a window in the door and runs off. Nelson Lumis will take on Adam Cole in a non-title match right after commercial break. So when they went to commercial break, they were told in addition to the NXT Tag Team Championship match next week, Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Knox will take on a mystery team to determine the number one contender for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. So, here's what happened with the match between Adam Cole and Dexter Lumis. Lumis pushes Cole in the corner. Lumis pushes Cole in the corner, and Cole shoves at Lumis. But Lumis is unfazed. Lumis lays punches into Cole's midsection, then takes him down with a back elbow. So once he took him down with a back elbow, Cole runs out of the ring and Lumis gives chase, but Cole gets back in the ring and stomps away at Lumis. Cole picks Lumis up, but Lumis tosses Cole and then punches him in the face. Cole goes for a pump kick, but Lumis blocked it and clocked Cole in the face. Cole and Lumis are on the apron. Cole hits a pump kick, knocking Lumis onto the mat on the outside. Then they go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Cole hits Lumis with a backstabber, then covers him for two. Cole mounts him and punches way at his face. Cole taunts Lumis with a slap and calling him a freak and a weirdo. Cole hits a swinging neckbreaker on Lumis. Cole kicks away at Lumis, then hits another swinging neckbreaker. Cole continues to taunt Lumis and strikes him with a forearm. Lumis blocks a strike and lays him with right hands, a corner clothesline, and a bulldog. Lumis hits a slingshot suplex, covering Cole for two. Lumis picks up Cole in a fireman's carry, but Cole escapes. Cole goes for a super kick, but Lumis catches him and hits a German suplex, covering Cole for a 2 count. Again, Cole kicks Lumis' legs and pulls down his knee pad, going for the last shot. Lumis stood up and looked for the Katagami submission, but Cole escapes. Cole hits Lumis with a super kick, grounding him and covering him for a very close 2. Cole goes for the last shot, but Lumis evades again and takes down Cole with a spine buster. Cole baits Lumis and sends him out of the ring. Fish and Strong go around the ring looking for Lumis, but Lumis has disappeared and appeared outside on the other side of the ring. Lumis enters the ring and hits a spinebuster on Cole, pinning him for 2. Lumis goes to the top rope and goes for a senton, but Cole got his knees up. Cole goes for the top rope. Lumis catches Cole's attempt at a Panama Sunrise. In a Katagami, Cole tries to escape, but Lumis won't let go. Firefish tries to get in the ring, but the referee stops him while the referee is distracted. Strong nails Lumis with a kick, forcing a break. Cole hits Lumis with a last shot and pins him for 3. So Cole, Fish, and Strong celebrate. Strong and Fish walk away, but Cole stands over Lumis, taunting him. Lumis comes alive and locks in the Katagami again on Cole. Cole is furiously tapping out, and Roger Strong and Bobby Fish run in and try to jump Lumis. Velveteen Dream comes down and makes the save. Lumis and Dream brawl with Strong and Fish backstage. Cole stands in the ring and celebrates when the lights suddenly go out. Scarlett appears at the top of the ramp. She walks down and sets an hourglass on the apron, then walks away as Cole clutches his championship. Scarlett walks to the back and Cole stands in the ring watching the hourglass as NXT goes off air. My thoughts on the show: it was good. It was a very good show. It wasn't bad. It was a good show. It wasn't really too bad. But they have given us the 2 of the same matches that we've already seen. One with Keith Lee and Mia Yim versus Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano. We seen that match last week. That was a bad start to NXT. And then we got a match with Cameron Grimes versus Finn Balor. That's another match we've already seen. That match we've seen about last month. WWE needs to stop booking the same matches over and over again. Overall, the show was good, but the only thing WWE needs to stop doing is booking the same matches over and over again. And please boost up these Raw and SmackDown ratings. Please do better with these Monday Night Raw and SmackDown shows. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of your June the 11th, excuse me. June the 10th, not 11th, 10th. Because yesterday was the 10th. That's when NXT came on. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, it's the end of your June the 10th, 2020 NXT review. Folks, I'm out of here. I've got nothing else to say. I'm getting bored and I'm getting really dizzy and I need to get in that bed and go to sleep. Because if I don't get some sleep, if I don't take a nap, I feel like I'm going to pass out in a second. So, folks, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good day. Have a good rest of y'all's weekend. I will be reviewing Friday Night SmackDown Saturday morning. It will not be Friday night. It will be Saturday morning. So, catch you on the flipper zipper.